Hello everyone, Little One here, a Chinese social observer. This is the subway line connects two different worlds. It starts from the city's center, extends 50 kilometers to reach the border between Shenzhen and another city, Huizhou. The starting station is Gangxia North, located in its financial and administrative center in Shenzhen. It's an abundant land filled with opportunity and wealth. After an hour-long ride, I arrived at its final stop. As soon as I stepped out of the station, the skyscrapers are gone. In front of me were small, run-out houses built by local villagers. For the reason that Shenzhen has the highest housing prices in mainland China, many people who work in Shenzhen cannot buy a house in a city. So places like this are their real and affordable homes. It feels like the subway links two different worlds, one for work and one for living. It's on the 44th floor. Enjoy the concrete view. The first one is more beautiful and more expensive, but the later one is more authentic to show real lives. Every morning, people take the subway to go to Shenzhen to make a living. As the most successful city in China's reform and opening up experiment, Shenzhen is prosperous. But does the prosperity just appear on its surface? New China emphasizes common prosperity, and our Chinese Central Television I often heard, "Let the rich get rich first. It helps the poor get rich later." Compared to the dazzling center business district, this is a more authentic spot to learn about our development and our Chinese dream. Very convenient. You and your neighborhood live so closely. If you are cooking, you need some vegetables, your neighborhood could directly hand it over to you. This is the closest one I have seen. Very nice room with medium prices. It costs $15, 90 元, 90 yuan. And look at the big living room, a big washroom. Very nice. Doesn't have window. I walked 1 or 2 kilometers southeast from the station and found a Chenzhongcun, aka village in a city. It's a product of rapid urbanization in early industrial societies and largely exists in developing countries like India, Brazil, and some areas in China. Urban villages are often regarded as slums. For recent graduates and immigrant workers, this is their first stops. Urban villages are like giant mazes. It's very easy for you to feel lost in a big city, and there are many urban villages are like this. Because whether for rent or purchase, the price is several times lower. This urban village belongs to Huizhou. The housing is cheaper. Hello everyone, I just sneaked into an apartment. I'm on a roof, and it's at the edge of the megacity, Shenzhen. I'm now showing you the beautiful view of the edge of the city. On the left side, that is Huizhou, and you can see their local specialty is houses. Huizhou wanted to provide affordable housing for Shenzhen and built a large number of apartment buildings. The real estate bubble in Huizhou began to merge since the 1990s. Today, a seafront apartment in Huizhou costs only around $40,000. It's about 1/20th of the price of a similar apartment in Shenzhen. From above, the boundary between Shenzhen and Huizhou is surprisingly visible. The site filled with rows and rows of high-rise apartments, that is Huizhou, and the rest is Shenzhen. Some of the land is still underdeveloped. Chinese people still prefer drying their clothes on the balcony. So based on this, you could tell the occupancy rate of the houses in Shenzhen. It's almost full, and it's at the edge of the city. Very different from other cities in China. In today's China, where the real estate bubble is severe, but housing in Shenzhen is still in short supply, the city supports a working population of over 13 million. making it a true megacity on its path pursuing Chinese dream. Those construction workers, their appetites are 3 times mine. But in its neighborhood Huizhou, things are different. Even in urban areas, residential buildings are largely unoccupied. As the old Chinese saying goes, it's better to own a washroom in Shenzhen rather than a spacious apartment in Huizhou. That's because Huizhou lags far behind in education, job opportunities, and future development. Despite the two cities being right next to each other, but the gap in reality is enormous. The real estate bubble has filled up Huizhou's land. The failed industrial upgrading caused it to miss opportunities. Even building subway line that connects the boundary, it hasn't been enough to spur Huizhou's development. I'm right now in an industrial park. This is a new energy industrial park, and the architecture style is luxurious, expensive. And right next to it is also luxurious commercial apartments. And they are located in an urban village. Up front, there are shallow, self-built houses. And behind me is also in ugly color, self-built houses. Very ugly. Shenzhen is inclusive. Different people from different social classes with huge wealth gap living in the same place harmoniously. Oh, this is a company. This is a smart fluid company. And this was self-built residential buildings. But now for the sake of development purpose, it has been turned to an office building. This is a self-built building in cage style. There are many empty lands, abandoned buildings, poor houses. But as long as it opens the subway station nearby, the development of the area still will be unstoppable. I walked around the station for a long time. There are still large areas of land waiting to be demolished for development. I could feel how aggressive Shenzhen is. There's still a huge gap between rich and poor, between different areas, and the city is growing so fast that it's almost reaching its outer limit. The streets were empty, there were lots of cars parked and bikes, but you can hardly see people walk on the streets. It's at a subway station, very scenic view. Perhaps people ride or drive here, then take the subway to the urban areas, which is tens of kilometers away. The more I thought about it, the more excited I felt. This is so real to me. It's like everyone is working together to build the same Chinese dream and moving the country towards a brighter future. Here, regular workers make about $3 to $4 an hour. It's not higher than in other cities in China. Considering the housing price, if you don't work hard, Shenzhen will kick you out to its boundary.